So you're ready to turn that box of brand new outdoor blinds into a serious upgrade for your home? Awesome. In this explainer, we've got a DIY game plan that's going to make this a super satisfying project. Okay, so you're standing there looking at all the parts, and maybe you're thinking, what have I gotten myself into? I've been there. Don't worry, we're going to tackle this step by step and turn that box of stuff into a professional-looking installation you can be proud of. Our whole goal here is to cut through any of that confusion and just give you a clear, simple path from start to finish. You'll see, it's actually a pretty straightforward job. So let's just dive right in. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the game plan. Then we'll get our foundation solid with the right tools and marking. After that, it's the main event, mounting the blind itself. Then we'll secure it against the wind and wrap up with some final checks and care tips. Easy. All right, first up, the game plan. A little bit of strategy right at the beginning is what separates a frustrating afternoon from a totally flawless installation that you'll be happy with for years. So what's the end goal here? It's simple, really. We want a strong, perfectly level, and totally weather-ready installation. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you've got PVC, canvas, or sheer reef blinds. These steps are going to get you that high-quality finish every single time. Okay, on to our foundation. Gathering the tools and marking our spots. This is that whole measure twice, drill once part of the job. Trust me, getting this right makes everything that comes next an absolute breeze. Now for your tools, most of this is pretty standard DIY stuff. The absolute must-haves though, a spirit level, you need it to be perfectly straight, and an SDS drill. That hammer function is key for getting into brick or concrete. And pay close attention here. You're going to need two different drill bits, a 10mm and a 6mm. Oh, and of course, safety first, right? Get those goggles on. Think of this as your hardware cheat sheet. The main thing to remember is this. The big brackets that hold all the weight, they get the heavy-duty 10mm treatment. But for the little anchors on the floor, we'll switch down to a smaller 6mm setup. We'll get to those in a bit. Okay, before you even think about drilling, you have to know which type of installation you're doing. So take a look at your space. Is it a face fix, where the brackets are going to sit flat against the wall? Or is it a recess fix, where you're mounting them inside an opening? This decision is everything, because it tells you exactly where to mark your holes. Now for what is honestly the most critical part of the whole prep phase, marking your positions. Grab a friend for this if you can. You're going to hold the blind up exactly where you want it and then get that spirit level out. It has to be perfectly, and I mean perfectly, horizontal. Once it is, use the holes in the bracket itself as a template and mark your spots. Take your time here. Accuracy is everything. And just like that, the prep work is done. It is time for the main event. This is the part where it all comes to life and you actually see your new blind go up on the wall. So let's get this thing mounted. This part is basically a simple three-step process. First, grab your drill with that 10mm bit, make your holes, and get that gearbox side bracket fixed securely to the wall. Second, you just lift the blind and pop the square pin right into that gearbox socket. And finally, while the blind is held up, you just have to line up and attach the second bracket on the other side. That's it. And just like that, you've done it. Now seriously, take a second. You have officially finished the hardest part of this entire installation. High five yourself, you've earned it. The blind is up, it's looking great, but we are not quite done yet. Next up, we have to secure it against the wind. This step is all about making sure your blind isn't flapping around in the breeze and can handle the weather. So let's talk about these little things called floor saddles. Their job is absolutely vital. They're basically little metal anchors for the bottom of the blind. They keep it tensioned and stop it from flopping around. And trust me, a top blind not only looks way better, it performs better too. Installing these is super easy. Just roll the blind all the way down until the S-hook at the bottom touches the ground. That spot is exactly where you're going to place the saddle and mark your holes for drilling. And this is important. This is where you need to remember to switch your drill bit. That's right, 6mm. It's time to swap out that bigger 10mm bit you used for the main brackets. Using the correct 6mm bit here is one of those small details that makes a huge difference in getting a really secure fit. So go ahead, drill your holes, pop in the plugs, and screw those saddles down tight. We are on the home stretch. The blind is up, it's secure, and now it's just time to test our work and go over a few simple tips to make sure this new upgrade is going to last you for years and years to come. Okay, let's run through a quick final checklist. Wind the blind all the way up and all the way down. Is the movement nice and smooth? Does it roll up evenly or is it crooked? Give those brackets a little wiggle. Are they still tight? And do the S-hooks hook into the floor saddles easily? This is your final quality control. And hey, one last bit of useful info. It's actually good to know the difference between the material you just installed. If you put up sheer weave, you've created a space that's all about shade and letting the breeze through. If you went with PVC, you've basically built a full-on weather enclosure. It's cool to know the specific perks of what you've just created. And here it is, maybe this single most important piece of advice I can give you. These blinds are wind resistant. They're tough, but they are not wind-proof. To protect all your hard work and your investment, always, always, always roll them up when you know heavy winds or a storm is coming. And that's it. Job done. You successfully installed your own outdoor blinds and you've made a fantastic new space for yourself. So step back, take a look at what you did, and now you have to ask the most important question of the day: a quiet morning coffee out here or an evening with friends? Enjoy it. You earned it.